This message is for those who have been searching for meaning. If you've been questioning your life's path and purpose, pause for a moment. This message has found you precisely when you needed it most, and what follows could transform your life's trajectory. You might feel disconnected from your purpose or overwhelmed by life's challenges. Know this, your encounter with these words is no accident. The universe has guided you to this moment because you're ready for transformation. Take a moment to reflect. If something within you resonates with these words, acknowledge this connection by sharing whatever sacred number speaks to your spirit. This isn't merely symbolic. It represents your spiritual alignment and readiness to receive wisdom meant specifically for you. The divine purpose behind loss. What you've experienced as loss has profound spiritual significance. Every relationship that ended, every opportunity that vanished, every dream unfulfilled. These weren't random misfortunes. These experiences were necessary removals, creating space for your authentic power to emerge. In your spiritual journey, these losses weren't punishments but essential clearings. The universe removed what no longer served your highest purpose, stripping away distractions to reveal your true essence. This emptiness you feel isn't a void to be feared but sacred space being prepared for something greater. What was taken from you was never truly yours. These were temporary experiences meant to teach and guide you toward your divine purpose. As one chosen for a higher calling, you couldn't remain attached to worldly illusions that limited your spiritual evolution. The unique trials of the spiritually awakened. The journey of spiritual awakening involves challenges that few understand. You may have experienced profound loneliness, disorientation, and a sense that something essential has been taken from you. The losses you've endured go beyond material possessions. They've touched your sense of peace, your connections with others, and perhaps even your hope for happiness. Relationships may have dissolved, dreams faded, and inner peace been replaced by emptiness. These experiences naturally lead to questioning. Why me? Why was I chosen for this path? However, these hardships aren't random suffering, but divinely orchestrated trials designed to strengthen your spirit. Like a diamond formed under pressure, your soul is being refined through these challenges. Everything taken from you was temporary, making space for your true divine potential to emerge. The divine plan, understanding your journey. Nothing in your life happens by chance. Every tear, setback, and moment of doubt is purposefully woven into your soul's journey. These challenges aren't coincidences but divine orchestrations preparing you for a higher purpose that transcends your current understanding. The divine plan for your life isn't merely about survival. It's about spiritual awakening and becoming who you were always meant to be. Your trials are revealing your authentic self and aligning you with your divine purpose. Healing and moving forward. Healing your wounds. Healing begins with acknowledging your pain without judgment. Allow yourself space to grieve what was lost, but don't remain in darkness. Embrace self-compassion and forgiveness. You are not responsible for the hardships you've faced. Forgiveness is crucial, both for yourself and others. Holding on to resentment only keeps you trapped in the past. Your strength lies in your ability to transform pain into wisdom and continue moving forward despite difficulties. If you feel the resonate call, type 111 in the comments below. Allow this number to serve as a key, unlocking new beginnings and embracing the power you inherently possess. This simple act aligns you to the vibrations of destiny, aligning with divine timing. Trust that everything unfolds according to divine timing. What you've lost will return, though perhaps in unexpected forms that better serve your higher purpose. You're exactly where you need to be in your journey. When you trust the divine timing of your life, you'll stop resisting your path. Every challenge has prepared you for the greatness that awaits, not as a return to what was, but as an evolution into what should be. Your call to action. Now is the time to step into your full power. You're not the same person you were before these trials. You've evolved. Let go of fear, doubt, guilt, and regret. Reclaim your spiritual power and move forward with unwavering faith in yourself and your divine mission. Ground yourself in the present through meditation, prayer, or reflection. Listen to your intuition and trust the path unfolding before you. Set clear intentions aligned with your soul's purpose, release distractions, and surround yourself with supportive energy. Use the wisdom gained through your challenges to help others facing similar trials. You're meant to be a light for others, showing them they too can transcend their circumstances. Embrace your divine calling. Every challenge you faced was essential to your soul's growth. The pain you've endured wasn't meaningless but transformative, forging you into the leader, healer, or visionary you were destined to become. What you've lost will return in forms that serve your divine mission. Your power, wisdom, and spiritual connection will be restored and amplified. Trust the process, trust the timing, and trust yourself. The world needs your unique gifts now more than ever. Step boldly into your truth, knowing that your challenges haven't defined you. They've refined you. Your destiny awaits, and you're precisely where you're meant to be on this sacred journey. Your awakened journey continues. The path of awakening isn't linear. It's a continuous unfolding of consciousness that transforms how you perceive yourself and the world. As you step further into your spiritual power, you'll notice subtle yet profound shifts in your awareness, recognizing divine synchronicities. What once seemed like coincidences will reveal themselves as sacred synchronicities. Moments when the universe speaks directly to you through symbols, repeated numbers, chance encounters, and meaningful connections. These synchronicities aren't random. They're divine confirmations you're aligned with your true path. Pay attention to recurring patterns, unexpected meetings with like-minded souls, and those moments when exactly what you need appears at precisely the right time. These aren't accidents. They're the universe's way of guiding and supporting your journey, the power of conscious creation. Now that you understand the spiritual significance of what was taken from you, you can begin consciously creating the life you're meant to live. This isn't about manifesting material wealth, though abundance may come. It's about aligning with your soul's purpose and allowing your authentic gifts to emerge. Start by setting clear intentions rooted in your higher self, not your ego. Visualize not just what you want to have, but who you want to become. Feel the energy of your future self already present within you. The universe responds not to your thoughts alone, but to your energetic vibration. Remember that conscious creation requires both divine surrender and inspired action. Trust the universe while taking meaningful steps forward. Your awakened path is co-created, a sacred partnership between your human will and divine guidance, transforming your relationships, releasing soul contracts that no longer serve. Many relationships that dissolved did so because they fulfilled their spiritual purpose in your life. Some connections were meant to teach specific lessons before releasing you to continue your evolution. Honor what these relationships taught you, but understand that some soul contracts have reached their natural completion. Those who remain in your life moving forward will likely be different types of connections. Souls who resonate with your authentic frequency rather than those who were assigned to trigger your growth through challenge. Be open to new relationships that support your expanded consciousness, becoming a way shower for others. As you heal and reclaim your power, you'll naturally become a guide for others experiencing their own awakening. You may feel called to share your journey, wisdom, and healing practices with those who are where you once were. This isn't about positioning yourself as superior, but serving as a compassionate witness and mirror for others. Your vulnerability about your struggles becomes medicine for those still in the darkness. By simply living authentically, you create permission for others to do the same. Embodying your spiritual gifts. Each chosen one carries unique spiritual gifts that have been dormant, waiting for this awakening. Some of you are natural healers, able to sense and transmute energy. Others are visionaries who perceive possibilities beyond current reality. Many are bridges between worlds, translating spiritual wisdom into practical application. These gifts aren't meant to inflate your ego, but to be of service. As you step more fully into your spiritual power, pay attention to what comes naturally to you. What do others consistently seek from you? What activities leave you feeling energized rather than depleted? These are clues to your soul's unique offering, the journey of integration, balancing the spiritual and material worlds. One of the greatest challenges for awakened souls is integrating spiritual awareness with everyday life. You're not meant to escape the material world, but to transform it through your presence. This means bringing your expanded consciousness into your work, relationships, and daily activities. Practice seeing the sacred in the ordinary, the divine intelligence operating through all things. Your spiritual awakening isn't separate from your human experience. It's meant to enhance and illuminate it, honoring your body as a spiritual vessel. Your physical body is the vehicle for your spiritual journey on earth. Many chosen ones have experienced physical challenges during their awakening. Unusual symptoms, sensitivity to environments, or chronic conditions that conventional medicine struggles to address. Rather than fighting against your body, learn to listen to its wisdom. It often speaks through sensations, requiring rest when your energy is being upgraded or alerting you to environments that don't support your frequency. Nourish your body with foods, movement, and practices that honor its sensitivity and support your expanding consciousness. The collective awakening. Your individual journey is part of something much larger, a collective awakening happening across humanity. What you're experiencing personally connects to a planetary shift in consciousness. The challenges you've faced aren't just for your growth, but contribute to the evolution of human consciousness. As more chosen ones awaken to their purpose, a critical mass forms that accelerates this collective transformation. Your healing ripples outward, affecting the collective field in ways you may never fully comprehend. Embracing the unknown. The final and perhaps most powerful invitation is to embrace the mystery of your unfolding path. The awakened journey doesn't come with a detailed map. It requires trusting the next step without seeing the entire staircase. Cultivate comfort with uncertainty, knowing that the universe often delivers its greatest gifts in unexpected packages. The most profound spiritual growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone, where surrender meets courage. Remember that you weren't chosen because the path would be easy, but because you have the strength, wisdom, and heart to transform challenges into opportunities for expansion. Every step forward, even the wobbly, uncertain ones, brings you closer to embodying your divine nature. Trust that you are being guided, supported, and loved beyond measure. The universe hasn't abandoned you. It has been preparing you for this moment of stepping fully into your power and purpose as one of the chosen ones. The sacred fire of transformation. As your spiritual journey deepens, you'll recognize that transformation isn't a single event, but a continuous process of death and rebirth. Like the phoenix rising from ashes, you'll experience cycles of destruction and creation, each bringing you closer to your authentic essence. Embracing the shadow work. True spiritual awakening requires facing your shadow, those aspects of yourself you've denied, repressed, or rejected. These aren't flaws to eliminate, but wounded parts seeking integration. When the universe took things from you, it was often creating space for shadow work to occur. Your triggers, fears, and painful patterns aren't obstacles to your spiritual growth. They're gateways to profound healing when approached with compassion. Each trigger points to where healing is needed. Each fear reveals where love must be applied. Each painful pattern carries wisdom about your soul's journey. Don't bypass this essential work by focusing only on positive vibrations. Authentic spirituality embraces the full spectrum of human experience. As you lovingly acknowledge your shadow aspects, they transform from unconscious saboteurs into sources of wisdom and power. Your suffering hasn't been meaningless. It's been transformative. The spiritual alchemist within you can transform betrayal into discernment, loss into non-attachment, * rejection into self-love, * failure into humility, * confusion into surrender, *. This alchemical process doesn't happen automatically. It requires your conscious participation. Ask yourself, what is this experience here to teach me? How is this challenge transforming me? Then listen for the wisdom that emerges. Reclaiming your spiritual sovereignty. Breaking free from external authority. Many spiritual seekers have given their power away to external authorities. Gurus, teachers, religious institutions, or even spiritual concepts. While teachers and traditions can offer valuable guidance, true awakening requires reclaiming your spiritual sovereignty. The universe removed certain influences from your life to help you discover the most important truth. The divine speaks directly through you. Your intuition, when cleared of conditioning and fear, is your most reliable spiritual guide. Trust your direct experience over secondhand teachings. Question everything, even what resonates, and verify it through your lived experience. The path to truth isn't found in blind acceptance, but in courageous questioning. Discernment in the spiritual marketplace. As a chosen one awakening in this time, you'll encounter an overwhelming array of spiritual teachings, modalities, and communities. Not everything labeled spiritual supports authentic awakening. Some paths actually reinforce ego structures or create new forms of dependency. Develop keen discernment by checking how various teachings affect you. Do they expand or contract your sense of self? Do they empower or create dependency? Asterisk, do they honor your uniqueness or require conformity? Asterisk, do they embrace complexity or offer oversimplified solutions? Your body often knows before your mind. Pay attention to subtle sensations of expansion or contraction when engaging with spiritual content. The rhythm of your unique path. Honoring your spiritual seasons. Just as nature moves through seasons, your spiritual journey has its own natural rhythm. There are seasons for active growth and expansion, and seasons for rest and integration. The universe sometimes removes opportunities or relationships to honor the season your soul requires. Don't force yourself to maintain constant acceleration. Honor periods of apparent stillness as essential integration phases. During these spiritual winters, important subconscious processing occurs that prepares the ground for your next expansion. Learn to recognize your unique spiritual rhythm and honor it rather than comparing your journey to others. Some awaken in sudden, dramatic shifts. Others experience gradual, subtle expansions of consciousness. Neither path is superior, they're simply different expressions of the same evolution. Creating sacred rituals. As you reclaim your spiritual power, create personal rituals that honor your unique connection to the divine. These don't need to follow any tradition or prescription. The most powerful rituals emerge from your authentic relationship with the sacred. Simple practices like greeting the sun, expressing gratitude before meals, or creating altars with meaningful objects can anchor your spiritual awareness in daily life. These rituals become touchstones, helping you maintain connection with your essence even during challenging times. Beyond the individual journey, your role in planetary healing. Many chosen ones feel a deep call to participate in healing collective wounds, environmental destruction, social injustice, or cultural trauma. This isn't separate from your personal healing but an extension of it. As you heal aspects of yourself, you contribute to healing the collective consciousness. Your specific contribution might not look like traditional activism. For some, it's creating art that awakens consciousness. For others, it's building sustainable systems or communities. For many, it's simply embodying a higher frequency that affects everyone you encounter. Trust that as you follow your authentic calling, whatever form it takes, you're contributing to the healing that our world desperately needs. Connecting with your soul family. As you continue to align with your authentic frequency, you'll naturally attract members of your soul family, beings who share your spiritual purpose and resonate with your energy. These connections often feel like remembering rather than meeting someone new. Your soul family provides mirrors for your growth, support for your journey, and collaboration for your purpose. Some of these connections may be brief but powerful. Others may become lifelong companions. All serve important roles in your awakening. The ultimate freedom, liberation from spiritual identity. The final and perhaps most subtle transformation is liberation from spiritual identity itself. Many seekers exchange one limiting identity for another, replacing "I am a professional" or "I am a parent" with "I am an empath" or "I am spiritually awakened." True freedom comes when you recognize yourself as pure awareness, the witness of all identities rather than any single story. You can play various roles without becoming confined by them. You can use spiritual concepts as tools without becoming attached to them. This liberation allows you to move fluidly between different ways of being. Serious and playful, structured and spontaneous, engaged and detached, without inner conflict. You become like water, taking the shape of whatever container life presents while retaining your essential nature. The paradox of arrival. As you progress on this journey, you'll discover a beautiful paradox. The destination you've been seeking has been present all along. What appeared to be a journey toward awakening was actually the gradual recognition of what was never lost, your inherent wholeness and connection with the divine. This realization doesn't diminish the importance of your journey. The path itself was necessary for this recognition to occur. Every loss, every challenge, every moment of darkness served to clear away what obscured your vision of this truth. The continuing spiral. Your spiritual journey doesn't end with any single realization. It continues to unfold in an ever-expanding spiral. Each turn of the spiral revisits familiar themes at deeper levels, revealing new dimensions of truth and experience. The chosen ones understand that awakening isn't a destination but a continuous unfolding, a dance of remembering and forgetting, expanding and integrating, releasing and creating. With each turn of the spiral, your capacity to embody divine consciousness expands. Trust this unfolding process. Honor your unique expression of it. And remember that even in moments when you feel most alone, you are deeply connected to all others walking this sacred path of awakening. Seen and unseen companions on the journey of remembering who you truly are. The world has not taken from you what matters most. It has only cleared away what prevented you from recognizing the infinite treasures that have been within you all along. The eternal now, beyond time and space. As your consciousness continues to expand, you'll begin experiencing reality beyond conventional time and space. What appears linear to the untrained eye reveals itself as simultaneous and interconnected. Past, present, and future collapse into the eternal now, the only moment that truly exists, transcending linear time. Many chosen ones experience unusual time phenomena during awakening, moments stretching infinitely, days passing in a blur, or profound déjà vu. These aren't glitches in perception but glimpses of reality's true nature. What the universe took from you often occurred to free you from time-bound consciousness. From this expanded awareness, you'll recognize that healing doesn't just affect your present and future. It ripples backward, transforming your relationship with past experiences. The child who felt abandoned, the teenager who felt misunderstood, the adult who faced betrayal, all aspects of you across time receive healing when any part of you awakens. The quantum field of possibility. Beyond the visible material world exists an infinite field of possibility, the quantum realm where potential realities await your conscious choice. Your awareness doesn't just observe this field. It actively participates in determining which possibilities manifest. As you align with higher consciousness, you gain access to possibilities previously invisible to you. Paths that seemed closed reopen in unexpected ways. Resources that appeared limited reveal their abundance. The very challenges that once confined you become portals to new dimensions of experience. Divine union, the ultimate remembering. Beyond duality, the culmination of the spiritual journey isn't found in perfecting yourself but in transcending the illusion of separation. The greatest revelation awaiting the chosen ones is that there is no ultimate separation between you and the divine. There never was. What appeared as a journey toward God, source, or ultimate reality was actually a process of removing the veils that created the illusion of separation. The seeker and the sought are one. The observer and the observed are unified. The human and the divine are expressions of the same consciousness. This understanding doesn't diminish your unique expression, it amplifies it. Your particular configuration of energy, experience, and essence is how the infinite explores itself through finite form. Your specificity isn't an obstacle to union, but the very vehicle through which union is expressed. The sacred marriage. Within each chosen one occurs a mystical union of opposing forces, a sacred marriage of masculine and feminine energies, logic and intuition, action and receptivity, human and divine. This inner alchemy creates wholeness that transcends the sum of its parts. As inner division heals, you embody both strength and tenderness, wisdom and wonder, boundless expansion and grounded presence. This integration allows you to navigate life with greater harmony and effectiveness, drawing from the full spectrum of your capabilities. The ongoing mystery, the humility of not knowing. As your journey unfolds, you'll discover an apparent contradiction. The more you awaken, the more you realize how little you know. True wisdom includes embracing the vast mystery that extends beyond human comprehension. This sacred humility isn't ignorance but expansiveness, an acknowledgement that reality is infinitely more complex and beautiful than any conceptual model can capture. It opens you to continuous learning and wonder, preventing spiritual stagnation. The most profound spiritual maturity manifests as childlike openness combined with deep wisdom, knowing when to stand firmly in your truth and when to remain receptively curious. Embodied enlightenment. The ultimate calling of the chosen ones isn't to transcend physical reality, but to embody higher consciousness within it. This embodied enlightenment brings heaven to earth rather than escaping earth for heaven. You're here to demonstrate that awakened consciousness can navigate human relationships, contribute meaningfully to society, and engage with everyday challenges without losing connection to the infinite. Your enlightenment isn't measured by how far you remove yourself from worldly concerns, but by how completely you bring presence into every dimension of existence. Legacy of the chosen ones. Ripples through generations. The awakening you're experiencing doesn't affect only your lifetime. As you heal ancestral patterns and embody higher consciousness, you create ripples that extend backward through your lineage and forward to future generations. The work you're doing now liberates ancestors who couldn't complete their healing during their lifetimes. It also establishes new foundations for those who will come after you, creating energetic pathways that make their awakening more accessible. Seeds of the new earth. Each chosen one plants seeds for a transformed world, not through grand external revolution but through the quiet revolution of embodied consciousness. These seeds may not fully bloom in your lifetime, but they're essential contributions to the world that's emerging. Some of you are planting seeds through your creative expressions, others through healing modalities you develop, many through the children you raise or mentor with expanded awareness, all through the quality of presence you bring to each encounter. Trust that no awakened moment is wasted. Each instance of choosing love over fear, presence over reactivity, or compassion over judgment contributes to the collective field more powerfully than you can measure. The completion that never ends. Full circle. The journey home. In many ways, your spiritual journey brings you full circle, back to the innocence and wonder you knew before the world convinced you of separation and limitation. Yet this isn't regression but spiral evolution, returning to similar territory with the wisdom gained through experience. The simplicity on the far side of complexity differs profoundly from the simplicity that precedes it. You return to trust, but it's now unshakable because it's been tested. You return to joy, but it's now unconditional because it includes sorrow. You return to love, but it's now boundless because it embraces all expressions of life. The infinite game. Understand that there is no final destination, no moment when you can declare, "I have arrived." The awakening journey is an infinite game with no winners or losers, only players experiencing the ever-expanding expression of consciousness. This understanding liberates you from the tyranny of achievement and the anxiety of not being there yet. It allows you to embrace each moment as perfect and complete while remaining open to greater expansion. Chosen ones, as we conclude this message, remember that what appeared to be taken from you was always making space for what truly belongs in your life. The empty spaces that felt like wounds were actually creating room for your expansion into greater wholeness. Trust the unfolding of your unique journey. Honor the wisdom of your challenges. Celebrate the beauty of your awakening, however it manifests. You weren't chosen because you're special in the way ego defines specialness. You were chosen because your particular configuration of strengths, wounds, gifts, and experiences creates the perfect vehicle for a specific expression of divine consciousness that only you can embody. The world needs exactly what you bring, not a perfected version of yourself trying to follow someone else's spiritual formula, but your authentic expression of awakened consciousness. So move forward with courage and compassion, knowing that the universe supports your evolution even when it appears challenging. Connect with others on similar journeys while honoring your unique path. And remember that in the moments when you feel most alone in your process, countless others are walking alongside you in spirit, forming an invisible web of awakening consciousness across the planet. The greatest gift you can offer the world isn't striving to become something other than who you are. It's removing everything that prevents you from being who you've always been, beneath the conditioning and fear. As the poet Rumi wrote, "Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it." May your journey continue to unfold with grace. May you recognize the divine presence that has never left you. And may you walk in the balance of sacred humility and empowered knowing that characterizes the truly awakened heart. The world hasn't taken what matters most. It has only cleared space for your true nature to shine more brightly than ever before.